After last week's swap news roundup, the comments landed on one question over and over. What happened to all those automakers NIO signed up for battery swap? And is CATL quietly making NIO standard obsolete? There's a version of this story going around right now, and it sounds like this. CATL signs up automaker after automaker for its Choco-Swap network. NIO's own alliance partners go quiet, and NIO gets boxed out of its own idea. Now here's the thing, the data backs up part of that story, but the full picture is stranger, messier, and honestly more interesting than CATL wins, NIO loses. Let's go through it. Back up to November 2023. Changan signs the first battery swap cooperation agreement with NIO. Over the next year, 7 automakers follow. Geely, Chery, JAC, GAC, FAW, Lotus, and the Geely Baidu venture Jidu. 8 manufacturers, handshake photos, and press releases about reshaping the energy replenishment ecosystem. More than 2 years later, 0 mass-produced swap-compatible vehicles from any of them. The clearest example is GAC. In January 2025, GAC's own director of battery swap integration said the company had completed technical alignment with NIO's swap system. The engineering work was done, but GAC never launched that car. Instead, GAC became one of the first automakers to launch on CATL's Choco-Swap network with the Ion S, and later they showed the CATL-based N60 at the Beijing Auto Show. That's not an automaker dragging its feet on paperwork. That's a partner NIO signed first that did the work and then shipped on the competitor's standard. And here's the part that surprised me. In April 2026, William Li himself told a media roundtable, and I quote, "In the short term, we will not treat whether third-party companies use our battery swap network as a priority, and it is not our strategic focus." That's NIO's own CEO deprioritizing the alliance. Some of this stall isn't automakers ghosting NIO. It's NIO redirecting resources towards its own 3 brands instead. While that alliance was stalling out, something else was happening in parallel. NIO and CATL kept getting closer. March 2024, a framework agreement to jointly develop long-life batteries. March 2025, a full strategic partnership to build, and I quote, "the largest and most advanced battery swapping network for passenger vehicles," with CATL investing up to 2.5 billion RMB. That's about 370 million USD directly into NIO Power, NIO's energy subsidiary. January 2026, a 5-year comprehensive agreement covering battery tech, ecosystem, and market expansion. They've also stood up 2 joint ventures together, Weneng Shanghai and Weneng Wuhan, for battery R&D, leasing, and recycling. This is not a rival quietly circling NIO. This is NIO's largest battery supplier becoming an investor in NIO's swap business on paper. Here's where I think the CATL is winning framing misses something. These 2 networks aren't really built for the same customer. NIO's Gen 5 stations, which just started large-scale rollout, are built for NIO's own 3 brands. NIO, Envo, and Firefly, regardless of wheelbase or pack size. It's a closed, vertically integrated system tuned for NIO's premium to mid lineup, and it's the backbone of NIO's battery-as-a-service pricing model. CATL's Choco-Swap is built the opposite way. Open by design, aimed at volume, it now covers 25 plus models across the A0 to C segment. CATL just backed a swap-compatible sedan starting around 59,800 yuan, roughly 8,860 USD, through a rental partnership. Its partner list, Changan, GAC, BAIC, Wuling, SAIC, rental fleets like Car Inc., reads like a who's who of mass market and shared mobility players. CATL is targeting over 3,000 stations by the end of this year. Industry analysts have actually described this split in almost exactly these terms. Fast charging serves the mass market because it scales easily, while battery swap, for now, is positioned around high-frequency use and the premium segment. CATL is the one trying to bring standardization to that mass market layer. So if you're asking, is CATL going to make NIO standard obsolete? The more accurate question might be, are they even fighting over the same battlefield? I want to be straight with you. Not everything in the NIO is losing ground narrative is wrong, and it deserves real credit, not a straw man. First, the Firefly example. When NIO and CATL announced their partnership in March 2025, the headline detail was that Firefly, NIO's entry-level brand, would adopt CATL's Choco-Swap SEB standard for future models. That was the poster child for, look, unified standards actually work. Then in November 2025, the same day GAC launched its CATL-based Aeon UT, William Li said Firefly would not integrate with CATL's network after all. That's a direct contradiction of NIO's own announced plan, and it happened in public. Second, in April 2026, CATL announced a 6 automaker list for its Choco-Swap sharing network. Changan, Chery, GAC, Ceres, SAIC GM Wuling, and BAIC. NIO wasn't on it. CATL called NIO an irreplaceable and important strategic partner that same week. But NIO wasn't on the list of companies actually sharing the network. Put those together with the GAC choosing CATL's system after doing the engineering work with NIO's, and William Li's own comment deprioritizing the alliance, and you've got a real pattern. At the level of actual production integration, the unified standard language hasn't been matching with shipping. The partnership is real at the capital and framework level, but it's a lot less settled at the level of actual cars on actual swap-compatible platforms. That's a fair criticism. I don't think it means NIO standard becomes obsolete, but I think anyone waving this off as nothing to see here isn't looking closely enough. One claim I want to correct before it spreads further, including things I've said in past videos. The idea that Beijing is going to mandate battery swap across most EVs, well, I went looking for that specific claim, and I can't back it up. What is real? In April 2026, China's national standards body approved a formal project, compatibility test specifications of battery swap for electric vehicles and swappable battery systems. I know that's a mouthful. Now it's in its drafting form. It was developed by a group that includes CATL, CATARC, and BAIC Photon. And when new rules took effect in April 2026, requiring EV batteries to stay with the vehicle at scrapping, swap-compatible models were explicitly carved out, with separate management rules for them still under development. That's the government building regulatory plumbing for a multi-brand swap standard, not forcing automakers into it. It's a tailwind, not a mandate. Worth knowing the difference before you make an investment or content decision based on it. The verdict. So, is CATL making NIO swap standard obsolete? I don't think that's the right frame. What I actually see is two companies that are financially and technically intertwined and also competing for the same automaker partners at the exact same time. NIO gets capital and a hedge. CATL gets a foothold, including in GAC's case, a partner NIO signed first. Both things are true simultaneously, and that tension is a better explanation for why NIO's own alliance stalled than either the automakers didn't want it or everything is fine. If you've been following the alliance signings since 2023, drop a comment. I'm curious, did you expect it to stall out this way, or did the GAC CATL move catch you off guard too? And if you want the follow-up, next video is the one a lot of you have been asking about. Why NIO stock keeps trading like the company is in trouble while deliveries, swap volume, and partnerships keep climbing. That one's coming soon. Until then, like and subscribe, and y'all know what I'm about to say, right?
Who's that?